Welcome back to the show. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Now offering a brand new service, crawl space encapsulation. Lower humidity and access mean insects, termites, and rodents are less likely in your home. Plus, it cuts down on mold and mildew in your home. Which looks better to you, the one on the left or the one on the right that Southeast Termite and Pest Control has taken care of? They are cutting edge when it comes to just about anything, but it's a great way to not only seal up your home and then, fight against mold and mildew, but it's obviously pest control. Great thing. Call Southeast Termite and Pest Control this week and ask them about crawl space encapsulation. All right. Last week we talked on this show about which players needed to step up during spring practice, but I've got different analysts out here this week, so a little different question, and we can kind of tie it into what you led with in that last segment. Barring, let's just look at positional needs, okay? So take that into consideration. That's what we're focused on. What player, if you could say, boy, Tennessee needs somebody here, if you could make one player, all SEC caliber, a breakout year for them, and you think that would fill the biggest need for Tennessee, what would that player be? And I'm taking quarterback off the list because everybody would just go to quarterback. So give me a specific player, and we'll start with Vince down there. Who's the one player that you would say, if I could make Tennessee's team better, I would start with this guy?
Well, Will's lead-in was perfect because I think it's Tyler Barron. And he showed great potential as a freshman last year. And he had that hybrid role, so he couldn't just get after the quarterback every down. And I think he has the potential to do that, to be an outstanding defensive end. I still guess technically listed as a linebacker, but you get the pass rush from him. They haven't really committed to an exact scheme. You see him in a lot of the videos that UT puts out, kind of leading the charge as a leader with the other guys, very vocal. So I think he feels comfortable in that second year, and Will talked about the importance of it, and is absolutely the case. You have to have disruptors and guys getting after QBs in college football today, and I think he's probably your best candidate to do that, so I think he would make the most impact.
All right, we got one vote for Tyler Barron. Where are you going, David?
I would say either Darrell Middleton or Aubrey Solomon. I think similar, but I'd want a guy that factors in the run game as well. I mean, Tyler Barron can play well, but those guys that are going to be down there in a 3-point stance, every down. They need somebody to step up on the defensive line. They need somebody to be a game changer on the defensive line. They haven't had that. I mean, since literally like Derek Barnett, it's been forever.
Yeah,
so they've had
Darryl Taylor had a good year. But
yeah. But he wasn't a guy that SEC, or people are just going to be terrified of. You need that guy. You need somebody that can be an impact player. When's the last time that an offense in the SEC said, "Oh man, we got to double this guy every single time"? I mean, if you have that guy, it opens everything else up for everybody else. And so I'd go one of those two.
You disrupt up the middle as well. That has a lot of ramifications.
I could go Tyler Barron. I'll go with Roman Harrison just to change it up. I mean, you have to have the pass rush this year. I trust that the offense is going to find something to be better than it was last year. So you've got, when you're going to be out in that field like that, you've got to steal some plays and steal some turnovers. And the best way to do that is with the pass rush. So getting a guy that can get to the quarterback and cause some bad problems for them, that's what you have to be in this game.
I'll go to the other side of the ball, just to be different here. And on the offensive line, Darnell Wright. He came in with huge expectations, hasn't lived up to them yet. You've got turnover. You've lost 3 guys off that line. You're expecting something out of Cade Mays. At this point, I don't know what people are expecting out of Darnell Wright because he just hasn't lived up. I think if you could lock down that tackle position with Wright, and he held it for the entire year and wasn't in and out of the lineup and played at an all-SEC level, I think that'd be a huge help to this team. So I'm going to go Darnell Wright would be my guy. If I could pin one guy to help this team with some sort of breakout year, he would be the guy. All right, so we went 3 defense, 1 offense. When we come back, could Josh Heupel's system, which we talked about earlier, actually work against him in terms of recruiting quarterbacks? We'll explain that next when we're back on the Sports Source.